Hey guys, what's up? It's Erin's Beauty Minute. I'm Erin, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a tutorial for you guys. And I'm going to be using pretty much everything that ColourPop and Kathleen Lights, who's a wonderful beauty YouTuber here, I'm going to be using one of their collabs, which is Where the Light Is. It's their, it's a quad, and it looks a lot like that. I'll be able to show it to you better once I have that going. But right now, I'm going to kind of apply some foundation here. I've already primed my face, so I'm just trying to shove things out of the way so I can do this as quickly for you as possible. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to do all of that off camera so you don't have to worry about it, and then I'll come back on for the actual eyeshadow portion. Alright, just stay right there. Okay, so now that all of that is done, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to show you the colors of the quad for the moment right now. So this one that I'm about to show you, this very light one right here, is called Glow. And it's the lightest shade in the quad. The lid will go back on. The next shade, it also is kind of like a matte. It's this darker shade right here. And it is called Cornelius. That's after one of her dogs. And the next one is this kind of like goldy, almost bronzish looking color, and this one is called Kathleen Lights. And then the final one right here, which is definitely a very dark or almost grayed gold, this one is called Blaze. So what I typically do, and what I've noticed, like with ColourPop shadows, you're either going to be using their brushes, which are either been released or are about to be released, I don't know. But anyway, I've noticed that with the blending brush that I got from them a while back, that the shadows go on easier that way. But you can use your fingers if you want to. I'm just going to try it up with a brush. So I'm just going to bring you guys as close as possible. Alright. There we go. I think that's good. Alright, so what we want to do always is we want to put down a base shade. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with this light one right here. And I'm going to use their blending brush. And I'm going to just pick up as much product as I can. So you see I picked up a good little amount of product, and then grab my mirror, of course, and you just kind of want to lay it down really well, and you may need to go in a couple different dips just because of the texture. So like don't worry about that, and you can go all the way up to your brow. If you want to, you don't have to. It's up to you. For me personally, I just like going up to the brow, because I just prefer it that way. And I'm going to be putting on those two matte shades anyway, so I'm definitely going in like that. And we have, let's see here, hold on. Alright, so I've got this darker matte shade. So I'm going to go ahead and at least place that on my lid. It's a very chocolatey shade. I like it a lot. So grab my mirror again. And just, for me, I dab it and then I move. Now, you can see that it's not a very strong pigment. So what I can do right here is I can show you what it would look like if I used my finger. Because sometimes you do that with Super Shock shadows. So I went in a few times and it darkened up just a little bit. But then you go ahead and you apply it onto the eye. Now, sometimes I just go ahead and go in with like a bronzy kind of a shade sometimes, but like literally I can take some bronzer and put it on my eyelid. You know, but you can see that there's a slight little change there. You know, so it's really whatever you prefer to do. You know, you don't have to follow what I'm doing. You can make it your own, obviously, because makeup's personal. I'm gonna go ahead and see what would happen if I use an eyeshadow brush. So I'm gonna go ahead and dip into that color again, and we're just gonna see what this looks like. Okay, so it's a little darker. Sorry, I am looking in the viewfinder to make sure that everything's working out a-okay. So you can see that there's a little bit of a shade, but not too much. Like, it's not meant to be like a pow. You know, it's not meant to be like that. So we will be done with that shade. What I want to do this time, and we are going to go back to their blending brush because you need it for these two. I'm going to go ahead and take this darker kind of gold gray shade. I'm going to take their brush and I'm going to go really, really deep in here. You can't tell on the brush because the brush is dark and so is the shadow. But what I'm going to do is just pat it and then move it back and forth. And you may have to move it back and forth several times to get the shade that you're looking for. But you may not always have to do that. So I'm going to go back in for more product and go back and forth again. And you can see that I'm holding it like intensely right almost on the brush itself. And I like that little bit of darkness. I'm going to put a little bit more on just so that we really get that going. Okay. So, and remember, this shade is called Blaze. So we're going to go ahead and go on to the other eye. Gather more product as always. And then start to go in. And really, you see how it starts to really come together over here? That also helps because you're dealing with you know, you're dealing with a brush that now has material from the other side as well. So this is what it looks like on both eyes. It's kind of sparkly and ready to go. What I usually do is like I'll just do this real quick to clean off the brush for the next shade. So let's just recap in order here of what I used when. So I used the light shade, which was Glow. Then I used the sort of chocolatey shade called Cornelius. And this last shade that I used is, let's see, where'd you go? It was Blaze. And then this final shade that I'm going to put on, which is that goldy yellow looking color, this is the Kathleen Lights, okay? So you're going to take this, and you'll be able to see this on the brush a lot easier than you did Blaze. So I'm going to grab my mirror. And if you can see how much product is actually on the brush, like, there's a lot of product. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. And I take it all the way up to my eyebrows, so it's on the entire brow bone. But notice that I'm blending in the color, because you really want to do that. You want to make sure that that crease and that next color are nice and blended without overstepping each other. So that's what that, I'm just going to leave it exactly like that because I like that intensity. So I'm going to go ahead and take some for my other eye. And what I like about and these are called Super Shock shadows, is that you actually don't, I mean, at least I've never experienced it, but you don't get any fallout. Remember to blend, 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 blend. We want these to be seamless. Now I'm going to go in a little bit more just on this side because the crease doesn't want to blend very well right now. This eye is pretty irritated from who knows what life in general, I really don't know. So I'm going to take a little bit more and just really blend the edges out over here. And if you feel you need to, you can take a clean finger and just kind of go in a little bit, but that's going to be the last of the shadows that we use. I'm going to go ahead and put on some, I'm just going to put on mascara today. So I'm going to zoom you out a little bit there because I'm not having that like feeling of doing too much today. So I'm going to go ahead in with e.l.f.'s Waterproof Lengthening and Volumizing Mascara. And if you want to know what I used as foundation, I used the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. My one problem with this foundation, y'all, your pumps suck, e.l.f. You need to get on that because they break, you need to get on it, honey. Please. Please. Anyway, so I'm going to put the mascara on here, and it's a little brush like that, but like you're able to get where you need to go. And here's the awkward silence. Okay, so that's one eye down. Okay, so that's it for the mascara. And then I'm actually going to go ahead and take it is the e.l.f. brush or blush and contour or / bronze sets. It's one of those palettes, and this one is in Fiji, the matte version. So where is my brush? I have the Ultimate Blending Brush here. And I'm just going to go ahead and go into that blush really fast. And you see it picks up a lot of product. Ooh! It picked up a lot of product. Ooh! Dang! Okay. It's okay. We can blend this out. We can blend this out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my e.l.f. blush brush, and yes, it's clean, and we're just really going to buff this out. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and take my e.l.f. contouring brush and dip into the contour shade. Now it's very light. I'm going to contour my nose. Okay, go in. Okay. A little contouring never hurt anybody. And make sure that it looks good on both sides. Yes, it does. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and move into the lip color. This color right here It is a lippy stick from ColourPop, and it is from the collaboration with Kathleen Lights. This one is called Lumiere, and it looks like that. It is a matte lipstick shade. So, and for me, it's more like a Your Lips But Better kind of a thing. So I'm just going to go in and to apply it right now. Okay, so this is what it looks like. And even though it is a matte, it goes on very creamy. It sticks around for a little bit. I wouldn't say that it's the most long-lasting lipstick or lippy stick, however you would like to refer to it. But if you go on ColourPop's website, you can also find this shade as a liquid lipstick, I believe. I don't know if it's either a satin or a matte. I'm not sure, but it's definitely one of my favorites that I have. So the last thing I think we need is a little bit of setting spray. So I'm going to go ahead and use my All Day Wear Wet n Wild Photo Focus setting spray. I need to get some more pretty soon. And we're just going to spritz really lightly. Always make sure to open your eyes immediately after so that your lashes don't get stuck. But yeah, that completes this tutorial. Woo! Little too much on the setting spray. So, this right now is the end of the tutorial. If you liked what you saw, I will make sure to label everything below in the description box so that you can go ahead and look at it. I know my hair be crazy, but you know, it is. So if you liked what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button, as well as hit subscribe and that little bell, because it will notify you when I have uploaded a new video. Also, I did do a video, I just posted it a little bit ago, and it was asking whether I should get a P.O. box. So if you guys think that I should, hit on over there and let me know. I probably said PR when I meant P.O. So just be aware of that. I do put it in the description box there that that's not what I meant to say. So, yeah. But this is definitely the look that I love. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.